I was just wondering, like, how you fell into the role of Sephiroth, like that.
That kind of describes it.
You just fell into it?
Yeah, it was a random audition that came through, and I have to admit at the time I wasn't all that familiar with it, so I went in, did the audition, which was a new experience for me of going into a room and just doing the voice, and we did that for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Thought it was good, thought it was fine. Never heard anything for like a year, and then got an email saying, "Congrats, you've booked this role." And I was like, "They didn't do that already? That was a year ago." Because usually if you're casting for a film or a TV show, it's like it's a few weeks away. And so I was leaving a movie theater one night with my brother and some friends, and I got this email. I was like, I think I just got a job. I just got this job. And again, I still wasn't all that familiar. I familiarized myself with it a bit more. I started to learn kind of how big he was, but it really wasn't until some people started stopping by the cons and stuff, like like one of the biggest villains of all time, and I was like, oh, cool, that's sweet. And it was fun. I got to do that while I was shooting Superman and Lois sometimes. So on my days off, I'd be able to go in and do that. So I'd go from playing like superhero to anti-hero, and it was really fun. It was really cool.
So I've never seen a single episode of Teen Wolf.
Me neither. I'm kidding.
Good to know. But I know you're in it, and I also know Cody Christian is in it.
Yes, sir.
So what I wanted to ask you is it weird that you guys are now arch rivals as Sephiroth and Cloud?
It was cool to have some kind of connection there and be like, oh, this is kind of like, coming full circle and running into somebody again, which was really nice. But, I think he's done a great job with that. I feel like people love what he's done. And, it's cool. It's always cool to run into people, whether you actually see them in person or not. It's nice to reunite with people on projects.
Oh, thank you.
You're the voice of Sephiroth in Final Fantasy. That's incredible.
I'm one of the voices of Sephiroth.
Yeah, you're going to be the voice in my head, Tyler.
It was a lot of fun, man. Honestly, it's one of those things where I told everybody I was a little bit ignorant of what I was getting into. To be honest, when it happened, I was talking to a friend of mine at one point, and they asked what I'd been up to. I was like, I'm voicing this character in a video game. And they said, what's the game? I said, Final Fantasy. I said, oh, who do you play in Final Fantasy? I was like, Sephiroth. He goes, dude, are you kidding? And I was like, I was like, you know it? He's like, yes, I know it. He's like, everybody in gaming knows Sephiroth. And that was kind of my first actual awareness of how big it was. And then coming to these things, it's really only been the last 6 months or so that I think people are kind of aware that I've done that. And meeting the fandom has been, it's been very, very eye-opening. And it's cool, man. It was a lot of fun because I was doing it while we were shooting the shows half the time. And so going and playing Superman one day and then coming over and playing Sephiroth the next day, it was just a nice thing to be able to go back and forth in the duality of those two characters. So it's been a lot of fun.